All right, so during this whole week, we've been talking about budget and and we've talked about tips on how to spend your money in a very intelligent way, what you can do to save your money. And to close this week, I brought this article for you, which is called The Importance of Budgeting. And we're gonna read it together, okay? So we're gonna read through. But first, so what do we do first when we have an article, a text, an assignment? So we need some information about it. So first, you have this article that I brought you. So I would question myself, where did she find this article? What is it coming from? So if you pay attention here, you have Ryerson Entrepreneur Institute. Then you see here login and then sign up. Although this article is on paper, it's coming from the internet, right? It's a website. And you see here login and sign in. So that means that this is a company. Then you scroll down and then you see the importance of budgeting. What is budgeting? Why is budgeting important? Then they also have a video here. Budgeting checklist, how to create a budget. So this could probably be a company trying to have you sign up for classes or for their newsletter, or they are trying to sell you something. Okay, so what is the purpose of this article? The purpose of this article, in my opinion, is to call your attention to something that they want to offer you. Second thing I would analyze is, how is the article written? What are the parts of it? So we start by, we have here the title, The Importance of Budgeting. Then we have what is budgeting, which is the definition of this term. Then the subtitle, why is budgeting important? So they're going to explain why budgeting is important. A budget checklist. So they are going to teach you, they're going to give you some instructions, some tips on how to start budgeting and how to create your budget. So it's kind of giving you instructions. It looks like a recipe, right? What do you need? What are the ingredients? I would be very curious by now. You've been studying this topic for the past 3 days, and I would be very curious by now about what I've learned, about what you've learned, the vocabulary that you've learned, the expressions that you've learned. What would you see here? So make a list, what you expect. What vocabulary do you expect in this article? Then try to understand part by part, okay? So what is budgeting? Usually the first sentence in a paragraph brings the main idea. Sometimes it is the last sentence. But if you pay attention here, a budget is a plan that shows all your monthly cash inflows and outflows. And then you may think, well, what is inflows and outflows? So try to use that idea we talked about, okay? So flow, something that flows. So you have in, so something that you receive it, that your income, remember? So inflows and outflows. Things, the money that is going out of your pocket. Okay, so try to guess the meanings. So when you say, why is budgeting important? So you have another important sentence here, which is the main idea. Budgeting is the most essential part of financial planning. Then if you scroll down, you have here budget checklist, things that you should do, how to create a budget. And here, for example, you have figuring out your income. And then you may think, what figuring out? I don't know what that is. Try to read what comes next. So how much money do you make? Do you want your income weekly or bi-weekly? And then you're going to get to the conclusion that you're trying to find out, you're trying to describe figuring out your income. How much money do you make? So make a list. How much money do you make? And once you know how much money is coming in, where this money is coming from, so then you have how much money is going out. So that's the main idea of budget, right? And that's how you would start, okay? Second point that's very important for you is, why am I doing this? Am I doing this for fun? I'm reading for fun. Do I have an assignment? I want to learn how to do budget by myself. In this case, it is an assignment, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. So what I would like you to do is